My lord Marquis, it is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the tasked with learning what I am able, and what I have learned is grim. The fall of the subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic, the gears of governance have ground to a halt. The realm threatens. Your lord uncle, however...
That sounds like...
It is. Hence my having
Alas.
I have lost contact. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword. Yet in these dark times...
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they...
One I sent to investigate the Republic.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord. I shall...
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something. It shouldn't be too hard to find Goods.
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Fuck! How the hell did... The finest cell swords...
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been... Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, and the more war being waged. And who will they all... Why, the good...
And you've seen this
Aye, just so. You'll find her right here.
here in Delamil. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market. But if you're not the patient type, you can... But it'd be a bolder man than me that... Feeling bold, traveler? Now, if that's all...
Sorry to have kept...
You don't think Nan's...
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to...
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks.
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse.
All right, but...
You too, Goods.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit.
It was a fairly unconvincing... So,
That's up to die a slow death, boys. He's on...
leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen. Go on.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've only wanted that bull of a manservant, you weren't even supposed to.
What were you going to do to...
The Borgwyn wanted him to... I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction. But then you turned... Well, go on then.
You're not worth the effort. I need to find Good.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
For they are not lies. Every last word is true.
Goose.
He's gonna kill... He said she had to pay...
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome harpy's very existence... Goots, was it? Only with your... Run along now.
No.
No.
I don't care what she did. Promise me, or I'll...
Goose!
Enough, all of you!
Karen.
But how did you...
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? Though it was just... I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But what was it we called you?
You. Everything that... It was all... And now you'll finally...
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can... So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. It's an easy going through life, one after all, I shouldn't.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were... Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of this, so I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. But he crossed a line, dragging Pope. It didn't hurt you, did it?
No, Nan. Still got all my arm, but...
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. But something tells me... Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've a
Remind me never to cross you.
Yeah!
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you.
Then maybe...
Please! These...
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master. If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blood.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your...
Oh, you're more than welcome. He hasn't had many visitors.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faith.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain, his men confiscated...
The captain is no more.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free.
What of the Fist Central? Surely they wouldn't allow such law.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of those who weren't recalled now rule the...
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a you won't mind...
Not at all, no. To find that if he was bound for Oriflamme... Oh.
Nothing like a...
I didn't mean... I just thought...
Aye. Well, someone had to. Reckon the both of us would be worth. You've always been me right, and I'd have you stay that way.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll...
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play...
Thanks, Nat.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalimil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
See the path that got...
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been dealt with.
Yeah, but...
Thanks, Cal. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I am Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands. It didn't matter in the end.
Which way did they go?
South, toward...
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale. Tell them...
Thank you. I shall.
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all...
I thought I told you to make...
And stand by as ill might befall thee.
It's just Clive. which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen...
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. There are few hands left to work the fields. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits...
Rockford, if you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attack.
I shall return to Northreach, but allow me to thank you first.
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wandering round. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I may.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you're still...
The Rest's location affords a constant... Speaking of which, I received word from...
I only happen to be in the right place at the... They both seem to think the realm...
I am afraid that Grim Storm is in crisis. And if we are to free her, and we must work...
As it is mine.
I got peppers to numb your tongue up.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures...
To the meadows, then.
That's what they kept.
Let's go. Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Seems the hideaway's lost its app.
I did.
And what precisely will I be...
Blueback wyvern liver. And,
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Now then, you stay less out these grand old chefs of yore and you... And here we have it. Fried more... Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say...
And rightly so. Is there any...
So...
What the crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon...
Decent. It's remarkable.
Cid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women?
I'll give it some thought. Do you see the pair that got pulled into time?
This one. Stay down. Go for it.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
This one.
Display, brother.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Garuda! This one.
You're injured. What happened here?
It swallowed our camp. My own men did this. There's a village not far from here. We can't...
I'll go. Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. I got here in time.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of.
Another survivor.
His wound.
He was right to send you. Tabor is safe thanks to you. You seem familiar.
You must have me confused.
Wait. That scar.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Fine. If you insist.
For Titan!
You're in no fit state to fight.
And this should be easy for you. Come on. Kill me!
For what? The sins of your master. You and I have no quarrel, and I will not strike a man who cannot defend himself.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday. You will regret not killing me.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Are you buying or selling? A fine choice. Of course.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yotei of the lake?
By all means.
Yotei, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
as it has ever been my brother's duty, remember?
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yotei.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Who among you is bold enough to... Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind...
Figuratively,
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts, compelled as they are to acts of violence.
How do you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be... Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked... Bring me that beast's skin and I...
All right.
Of course you will. Well, leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. I eager...
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Beneath the flood, yes.
How are those new boots treating you?
You! Finally. No one was...
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang...
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept the answers I seek. Would you do an old man a kindness and...
Climb the stairs.
And memorize a few some courteous soul is room... The three of them, to be precise. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle, namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of...
I can't promise I'll remember.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together.
No history would be complete without mention of the Mother Crystals.
Why won't the sky go back there?
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly thought.
Beneath the flood, yes.
Here's the scraps you're after.
What golden plains might the Wanderers have called home, I wonder? Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair.
Oh, what did I... Oh, come.
Guardians of the Crystal. The first, I'm pretty sure...
Fascinating. But the...
Wanderers of the Golden Plains. Lay your roots or...
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic cut. This is proving...
Children... That can't be right, surely.
I'd rather...
Children of the Hunt, that's all three.
And so, we add 3 engravings. Guardians of the Mother Crystal. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the root. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why the...
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals. Nice.
The free city's under siege?
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy? Let's go. Be safe. There's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Give me thunder! All yours, Torvald!
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better. Here's your high.
I worried you might never return. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek. Yeah, clearly my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter. Join me as my honored partner. With my...
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to... Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business.
The free city's under siege.
Let's go.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
Don't get surrounded.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh?
Remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been... Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay, but we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor but I'd build 'em a new barracks here, but where would I put 'em? They're just in it, which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people work...
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from... But there's only so many we can shelter with the... We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy. What? And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. And they nasty bastards they are too. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time...
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved.
And I know the men will... I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how... And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too.
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So, Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free East...
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us. No. And then there are the bearers. Men and women who found the courage to flee their... We need somewhere to settle them. And
As can I, which is why I agreed to...
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble...
So...
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will... A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in...
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bat. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off... Make sure I'm not taking...
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself.
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You...
All right.
We shall see you there.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place. You'll face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Over here! This one. All yours, Tormund. Any more surprising?
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a cat.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived...
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect...
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing the bearers. It might be best to send word for them to come right away.
Of course. I'll send... Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. No. We're the masters now.
That's all of them. And not a single... Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and... The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't... It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll...
So wait. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the...
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone... If you need anything more...
And we will, my lord.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his... What's all this about? Some shape? On second thoughts, it'll only give me nightmares of me own.
I suppose it will be.
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it There's plenty bad happened to that place. But that don't undo the good that...
Did Wade say that?
Well, anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool. So the way I see it, neither is if it's food or lumber or strong backs they...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted to.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
You know what you have to do. Clive, I fear that as you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justices... Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal...
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. His revenge.
It is the one I found. And it is all that I have lived for.
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight, but there are those among us who cannot fight. Children. I would place Lostwing in their hands, but a village home only to the frail and the infirm. And so, Clive, I find myself... Will you take them to your hideaway? That they might...
I will.
Thank you. I will not have... The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the...
Understood.
Then the last of my preparations, and may Griga guide us. All of us.
Everyone. Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can.
Well, if that's all... Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't... We owe him our lives. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, and if that's what has to happen, then so be it. That we get to see.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else?
They've gone with Master...
Fuck.
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to... It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a... They don't stand a chance. They're all gonna fucking...
We can't. Sid! Don't worry about us. We can't let Quentin die.
All right. Where is this man?
It's way over to the east, through the woods.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you...
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No, which is more than I can say. They followed me, without question, all the way.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
Your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died. Don't let their sacrifice be...
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. Just as I dreamed of all my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. It was all for what is. My faithful comrades.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh.
You.
And so are you. It's Lostwing.
What?
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. Quintin's not going to last long in there.
Let me finish this quickly.
Stay down! Farewell. I need to get back to Quintin. Quintin! Quintin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. Welcome back to the the flood has...
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve...
No, Master Quintin.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. I have nothing left.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get
I thought I prayed and I prayed. Can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over yet. We believed that you were the right man to lead.
Your village may be lost, so long as you remain.
But why? Why would anyone...
Because we're family.
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who... Lostwing weren't just a bit.
It was. And as long as we're...
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing. Right here in the...
A fresh start. One life ends, why just a village? What's to stop?
That's the Master
Please. Quentin, after all. Permit me to withdraw. I will no longer be needing your help.
I'll pretend you know.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You say...
A bottle or two of your finest red.
Of course. Nothing. And I have a feeling that this year, if you don't mind waiting...
I look forward to it.
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Clive, it just so happens that right at this very moment...
And what talents...
Why, your fearlessness?
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept... Randalar has been particularly badly affected. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the... But the army, too, is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for it.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these...
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free...
So where does my skill...
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. And we believe we have found one. The place was abandoned a long time ago.
And so, we seek the aid of a fearless swords...
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo?
Of course.
Sounds like you'll have...
I will. We have an entire... Even if I begin right... So I'd better try to clear the place out.
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chaidra's Thread, past Leitney's Cleft.
All right.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Let's go.
Faster!
Must have been a nice place once.
Will be again.
This way.
You're finished. Torgal.
Stay down! It's over!
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklad. Something the matter? Quiet.
Those are our terms.
I shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes, but enough about him.
It's done.
You made quick work?
I should go and let her...
Don't let me keep... but Clive... She'll only get up. I'll explain everything once you...
Right. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlog.
Thank you, Clive. Here. Well then, now that you I suppose we'd better. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our
You're still in negotiation?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army, but we shall emerge victorious.
Well...
I'm not sure I do.
Ah.
You wanted it?
The man I was watching earlier. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's...
I don't think I've...
Well, every trader in Dhalmekia has. And they're still expanding. They've been... And judging by her reaction early...
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did. And I would never deny her such. Eloise saved me from slavery. But this was not the life my sister... I won't let her give up on her dream. She freed me from my... And she must be freed from her.
You're a good man, Thief.
I have always been grateful for what my... And I want to repay the favor. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this... Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time...
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then. These bearers aren't going to... That's a job for the Crimson...
Did you see that? Tell me you saw.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. You earned this. All done?
See the pair that got pulled into time?